RPMs up here on the dashboard, okay? Everybody see that? That just indicates that we're in first gear, that we're gonna get started off on the right foot, okay? So we're gonna get in first gear, you're gonna get your RPMs at about 3,000, right around there. When your instructor tells you it's time to go, and then nice and slow off the clutch, okay? Once you get it rolling, it's a piece of cake. Shoots just like a regular car, okay? What you're not allowed to do out here is your Dale Jr. impersonation, burning the tires off of it, leaving pit road, okay? So that is a no-no, all right? So everybody gonna behave leaving pit road? Everybody say yes, Sean.
Yes,
Yes, okay.
yes, sure.
Yes, we're into a verbal agreement now. My little camera's up here watching you guys, so you can't act crazy, right? And the cars shift much easier than this thing, so don't let that worry you, okay? So we're gonna leave pit road here. Like I said, nice and easy. We got it in first gear. RPM's up to 3,000, and then nice and slow off the clutch. Your instructor's waiting for clearance from the flag stand where it's time to head out onto the track, okay? About halfway down pit road here, we're going to shift into second gear. Now guys, you're going to shift about every 4,000 RPMs. Doesn't have to be right at 4,000. You just kind of hear when it's time to shift, just like a regular car, okay? And then at the end of pit road here, we're going to be knocking it into third gear, all right? We're going to be in third gear all the way around the access road here. Keep it nice and tight along the grass here. Stay close to the railing. We're in third all the way around, and as we start to straighten out, we'll start picking up the pace a little bit, and then we'll knock it into fourth gear, okay? So right about here, we're knocking into fourth gear. There's going to probably be another group come by here on the outside. If another group does come by, don't let it distract you. Don't let it alarm you. Just focus on what you got to do. And the first lap, the only thing you have to do is just get familiar with the car and get familiar with the racetrack, okay? So we're just going to take this first lap kind of easy. It doesn't count against any of your laps, all right? Now there's really just two things that we need to worry about when we get out here on track, okay? The drive line, and remember the video, the red marks that are all the way around the track, really simple to follow. The challenge is, this time of morning, half the track you won't see because of the glare of the sun, all right? So I'm going to give you a really simple rule here, and this is actually better because a lot of time guys on track, they get too absorbed with looking for these marks, okay? Then you kind of dart in the car all around trying to hit the marks, okay? Not a big deal if you miss them a little bit, all right? But when we're going down the straightaways, I want you about one car width off the wall, okay? And then in the corners, you're bringing the left side tires right down to the bottom, to the grass, all right? And then coming out of the corner, back out to the wall. You guys race fans? You know how it looks, right? Out to the wall, then down to the grass, and then out to the wall, and down to grass. So
we get about 3 inches from the wall, though.
Well, yeah, we're not going to get quite that close. It's going to feel like you're that close, all right? Constantly, we have to tell people to get closer to the wall, because people have a little bit of wall phobia, all right? So these red marks are all the way around. In the corner, you just see one red mark up top, okay? You need to have the whole car down below that, all right? And then we're going to have the left side tires right along this grassy area here, okay? So that's just how the drive line works, very simple, all right? The only other thing you have to worry about is the throttle. When you're going to get on it, when you're going to get off of it, okay? Coming out of each corner, there's 2 orange cones on the left in the grass here, out of every corner. At the double cone is where you get back on the gas, okay? Going into each corner, there's a large single cone on the outside wall, like this here. At the single cone is where we're going to roll off of it nice and smooth, all right? So that's really just the 2 things. You're not going to have to use any brake, just the way the car is geared, that kind of woes it down, all right? So roll off of it right here. Going into turn 3, stay right in between these marks. This is a 1-mile track. It's a tri-oval. You know, we do 20 plus tracks across the country. This is probably one of the most challenging, but probably one of the most fun as well, because you want a lot on the gas, a lot off the gas, all right? So as we come down the front stretch here, we're going to drift out here towards the wall. Like I say, we're about a car width off the wall here, all right? First time by the flag stand, we're getting the waving green flag. It means nothing more than that we're getting started, okay? The only other flag you're going to see is the checker flag. That just means that we're finished, okay? There's your decel cone for turn 1, okay? So you're going to roll off of it there. Turn 1 gives people the most trouble. It's a tight little turn. It has the most banking. But guys, you've got to believe this car's going to stick, all right? They have grip like you wouldn't believe, okay? Whatever you think I mean by that, multiply it times 3. I mean, it's like a big go-kart, all right? So left side tires right down here to the bottom, all right? Here comes your double cones coming out of turn 1, all right? As we come out of turn 1, we're just going to drift out here nice and easy towards the wall. And then down this backstretch is where we eventually get to hit our top speed. This is where we got the most room to really wind it up, okay? So here we go into turn 2. Here comes your decel cone right here. Right here, you're going to roll off of it nice and smooth, all right? Straight, straight, straight. Whenever you think you want to turn, count another 2, 1, 1,000. You know, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Then start turning it down. People always want to turn in early, okay? Here's your double cones coming out of turn 2. Back on the gas right there, all right? And then this is going to lead us into like a real-time lap, and we'll kind of show you what it looks like, okay? Is that pretty simple stuff, guys? Going into turn 1, we've already rolled off the gas here. Bring those left side tires right down to the white line here. Trust that race car. There's your double cones, back on the gas. Drift out here towards the wall, nice and straight, all right? Like I said, this is the fastest part back here. This is where we get to get our top speed. Heading into turn 2, Here's your decel cone, roll off of it nice and smooth. Straight, straight, straight. Now we'll start turning. Come down here, bring the left side tires right down to the grass. There's your double cones. Back on the gas there. Drift out here towards the wall. Right at this gauge where the single cone is. Roll off of it nice and smooth. Bring those left side tires right down to the gas, to the grass, and there's your double cones. Get back on the gas right there, okay? Pretty simple stuff, guys. And then when we come by here, we take the checkered flag. Yes, we're completed our laps, but we're going to stay in our normal pattern, okay? Just in case we have a group coming up behind us. So if you see the checkered flag, just keep going like normal, all right? As we come out of turn 1, we're moving these left side tires right down here to the bottom. But as we come out of turn 1, instead of drifting out towards the wall, we're just going to keep it nice and tight, and then we're going to come down onto that access road onto the backstretch, okay? So when we get down here, like I said, we're still cooking along pretty good. Don't whoa up just as we come out of turn 1. Once we get to this grassy area, then we'll start backing it down a little bit, all right? And then it's a great idea to start breathing again. Get some oxygen back to you. I don't want you to come back to pit road passed out, all right? And you certainly don't want mouth to mouth from our track safety crew, all right? You leave here in worse shape than you came in here, okay? So we're just cruising back to pit road nice and easy, guys. We're still in 4th gear. We're not going to downshift, okay? But we're going to pass 2 different signs. You have to do something different in each one. The first sign is right past this driveway. It's in the grass here. It says check brakes here. So at that point, I want you just to reach over, pump the brakes a little bit. Make sure you have some stopping power before we come down pit road, okay? We're going to enter pit road here nice and easy. As we enter pit road, there's another sign right here that says shift into neutral. So at that point, you're just going to pop from 4th gear into neutral. And we're just going to coast down here nice and easy. Up ahead of you, you're going to see some staff members kind of waving you in. And then you'll be ready to hop out, sign some autographs, all that kind of stuff. All right? Just a couple other things that we need to cover here. If we get into a passing situation or if we catch a slower group, we will pass them. Okay, we don't let anybody slow up anybody else's progress. But everybody needs to do what they're supposed to do in this situation. So our instructors kind of organize this. As we catch that slower group, it doesn't matter where it is. It could be anywhere on the racetrack. The slow group is just going to stay low, hugging the bottom of the racetrack. The fast group will just stay in the regular drive line, where you can just continue and pick up your pace, okay? Another couple things here. High in the corners, this is a big no-no, and this is the place we see it the most of the time is turn 1. You got to trust this car, guys, all right? Do not be afraid to put some wheel into it, all right? They will stick, promise you. They're going to stick like glue, all right? So trust that car, but if you can't get it down on the bottom of the racetrack, we can't go fast, all right? You got to be able to turn this car. And then too low down the the straightaways, we see this quite a bit. People tend to have like a little bit of a wall phobia. So, you know, we're not going to let you get too close to the wall, all right? But you got to stay in that drive line. If you stay low like this, it automatically causes you to go high in the corners, all right? So just get that drive line, all right? Everybody got it? Pretty simple stuff. Any questions about anything? It's really a very simple process, guys. Don't make it too complicated. Like I said, you know, your drive line, just about a car width off the wall. All right, and down the corners, right down by the grass. All right, it's just as simple as that. Don't get too absorbed with, you know, being in between those lines. Okay, and just really smooth with your applications. All right, on the steering wheel, you want to be nice and smooth on it. Okay, you know your hinge should be looking like this in the corners. It does not look like, you know, Days of Thunder or Ricky Bobby. You know, you're not gonna be going on straight away like this. You know, it doesn't look like that. All right, so it makes your instructor a little crazy. Start sawing on the wheel. Okay, so really smooth on the steering wheel. Same thing with your throttle application. Really smooth on and really smooth off. Okay, a lot of questions I always get: am I all the way off the throttle? Yes, you can be completely out of that throttle. Especially the faster you go, the more speed you carry in the corner, then you're gonna really be rolling off of it. Okay. So, but like I said, trust these cars. We try to all use the same language here to get everybody on the same page. So if we're in the car and he's telling you to get right or get left, it just means get that way, okay? I always try to say, get closer to the wall. You know, so I'm saying get right, get closer to the wall. I've actually never said get left. I've never told anybody to get away from the wall. Everybody's always, you know, too far away from it. So I always say get right towards the wall. And then if he asks you to maintain, it means exactly that. No slower, no faster, okay? Just kind of level out your speed. You know, your fastest lap is not going to be lap 2. All right, we're going to build up to your fastest lap. All right, so if he asks you to maintain, just kind of level off a little bit, and then we'll get faster and faster every lap. All right, that makes sense, everybody? Yep. Any questions about that? Okay, come on up here. I'm going to have you guys do this station real quick. This is just some safety stuff. Shows you how to get in and out of the car if there's any kind of emergency. So come on up here, guys. There you go. And I'm going to start this video here. If you cannot hear, just
was shooting the wrong car.
So what's on? Get him, baby. Get him, baby.
Man, look at him go.
Get him, baby.